Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cas and in today's video I want to talk about how I've accidentally been a bad client multiple times. As some of you might know, I am a rather socially awkward person, especially when it comes to being in new situations or meeting new people. So that's when things tend to go wrong. So I'm gonna talk about 3 situations where things went wrong and I still think about these things like years later because I do still feel bad about them. And yeah, I hope this video helps other socially awkward people who have been in similar situations feel less bad about the things that have happened, because you are not alone in this. Things happen to people unintentionally. I also do genuinely believe that um, the people on the other side can tell the difference between like someone being a Karen and someone just being socially awkward and nervous and whatever and anxious, which sometimes leads to things going wrong. Now, the first story is about when I went to get my tongue split done. Now, I had to travel a bit. I decided to take the train instead of going by car because I didn't think it was gonna be a good idea to drive home just after I've went through that. So I had to travel a while and there was no like one train going from where I was to where I needed to be. So there was a transfer. So um, I had to get off at a certain place and then take another train. If the trains go on time, that is generally not a problem, but not this day. I was on my way, and as I was on the train already, the train encountered a delay, and because of this delay, I was gonna miss the other train I had to take. So what I did was I looked up if there was another station that I could get off earlier, where the other train I had to pick also went by, so I still could get that transfer. And there was. But then the other train that I needed to take also got delayed. Then when I finally got on that other train, after a few stops, the train had some technical difficulties. And meanwhile, all of this, because phone calls are a big problem for me. I was emailing the place. I hate that I just can't with phone calls. It is a big problem. So, every time something happened which caused me to be more late, I sent an email because I wanted to keep them updated on me being late. It was just very it it was all very stressful and just bad luck, I guess. But I ended up being an hour late. I don't even remember if I apologized. I'm afraid I haven't. Like, I've been back to this person for other stuff since then, but they don't seem like they hold a grudge on me for it, but I still feel bad about it because it was just, yeah. So yeah, that was the first story. Now the second story I'm about to tell you was maybe about the, I think it's almost 2 years ago by now. And it was when I got my GameCube controller tattoo. So this was a flash piece, and I just wanted to change the color of the hearts because they originally were the same color as the A button. I don't know, something bothered me about it. I had emailed the artist about this, but I had only emailed about it like a week before or maybe a few days before, I can't remember. So they didn't reply by email. But then when I got there, oh, by the way, this artist's native language is French and mine is Dutch. My French is not good, so I communicated with her in English. When I got there, she asked about it, and because I was nervous about it being a new place, new people, everything, I have a hard time like getting out of my words when I'm in that type of situation. So I couldn't really explain to her why I wanted to change it. So then I picked a color to do them, and then she was doing the line work, and I realized I had picked yellow, but the yellow is the same color as the joystick, so I had the same problem that I had with the other color. So, and I only got to tell her after she had done the line work, and she was, I could tell she was bothered by it. But yeah, it ended up being fine. But yeah, I I do feel still feel bad about being a bothersome client. For the third story, this is a rather recent one. This was when tattoo shops were able to open again for the first time. There's a lot of new regulations in terms of like the CO balance in the rooms and such. So at some point it was too high apparently, so we had to like go outside for a bit until the air was freshened up a little with the windows open and such. And then when we started again, they had forgotten to close the window. So the tattoo I was getting was on my leg. So my legs were shaking a lot. And I thought I just wasn't sitting comfortably enough. Because that tends to happen when you like, you can't like really lean, you know, or you're not stable enough. You can, like, your body can shake because you're, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it happens. So I thought that that was what's going on. But it turns out I was just cold, and I did not realize it for some reason, which is kind of dumb. I don't know. It's dumb is not the right word, but I don't know how I did not realize this normal bodily function that was going on. So I also still feel bad about just not realizing I was cold, because this impacts the artist's way of working, I guess. So again, I ended up being a bother. So yeah, that was the last story. I don't know what else to say about this. Leave a comment about something similar that you may have experienced. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!